Hello, this is One More Shot. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my craps table. I have a question for you. Have you ever walked by a dice table and felt curious but a little overwhelmed? Well then, you are in the right place. This video series is not just designed for beginners and occasional players, but players that have been playing the game of craps for years. Remember, any day that you learn something new is a good day. In this series, I will guide you step by step from your first toss to confidently playing and understanding every aspect of the dice game. Our aim is to make learning fun, friendly, and approachable so everyone can enjoy the excitement of the dice table. To kick things off, we will start with the assumption that this is the first time you walked up to a table. It would be impossible for me to know what the viewer knows or does not know. So starting at the very beginning is the way I laid out this series, so it will be of interest to everyone interested in the game. Also, if you have played occasionally, I have been playing for years, there is plenty to learn with this series. You will see the learning process laid out in easy to follow and understandable methods, making it easy to relate and learn. Do you ever wonder who's at the table? Ever wonder about the people running the dice game? We will introduce you to each staff member at the table, their roles, their responsibilities, and how they help keep things running smoothly. Understanding who is who will help you feel more comfortable and confident when you play the game. Bets and layouts. One of the first things we will uncover is the table itself. We will walk through all the different bets you can make, from the basics to the more advanced options. You will learn where and when to place your chips or bets, and what each bet means, all explained in simple, everyday language so nothing feels confusing or intimidating. Tipping the dealers. Yes, dealers work for tips. When and how to tip. Also, we'll cover good bets versus bad bets. All bets are not created equal. This series will help you spot the best chances of winning and identify those you might want to avoid. We will break down the reasons simply so you can make smart decisions every time you play. Odds. There are two types of odds at the table. One is called true odds, and the second one is called house odds. I will cover this. How to behave at the dice table. Now this is very important. Man, every time I play just about, there's always some fool at the table disrupting the game, confusing the dealers, just breaking the flow of the game. But a skillful player is not just lucky. They are respectful and courteous. We will cover the do's and don'ts of table etiquette, from how to handle chips and dice to interacting with other players and staff. These tips will help you fit in and enjoy a positive experience every time. Setting and practicing with dice. Although this might not be for everyone who's going to watch this series, especially the player who only plays while on a cruise or when they visit Vegas once a year. However, if you want to up your game, then this is for you. We will dive into the basics of handling the dice. You will see demonstrations on how to set the dice, build a shooting station so you can practice your throws at home, and develop good habits. I will share with you several training aids I have used over the years. We will keep it practical and easy so you can start practicing at home, and you will be prepared to play at the casino with confidence. Ready to roll? Not yet. I will cover money management and bankroll. Yes, you must learn how to manage your money while playing craps. Most people do not have a money management plan when they step up to the table. Ever hear of the term stop loss? Stick around and I will cover that. Bankroll. How much money do you need to bring to the table to survive? Very important, bankroll. Greed. Yes, greed. Greed strikes and the player ends up leaving the table with no money in his pocket. I've seen it time and time again. Almost every time I played, I've seen that player get hit with the greed bug and leave broke. Ready to roll? Almost. Craps tables run one or three ways. They run hot, they run cold, and up and down, sometimes called sideways. How to know which way the table is running? Stick around and I will tell you. Consider this. You walk up to a table and the table is cold. Do you want to risk your money? Or would you rather go look for another table? Hey, no other table available? Like on the cruise ships, they usually only have one table. Then go and take a break and come back at another time. Head stuff. Here is something most do not consider. What is head stuffs? Well, here's an example. You go to the table with your new red shirt on and you win. Next time you play, you have a losing session. You think you lost due to the fact that you did not wear your red shirt. Or maybe it's your lucky pair of sneakers you have on. You wear those sneakers and you win. Next time you go to the craps table, you got shoes on and you lose. You're starting to think in your head, boy, I got to wear those sneakers if I want to win. Or I got to wear that red shirt if I want to win. Head stuff. Don't let nothing get in between your ears. This is just a road to destruction. We'll also cover dice strategies. That seems to be the rage here on YouTube. Everybody's got a strategy, and you watch the guy do it. I'm not doubting the guy or saying anything bad about anybody, but I'll tell you what, all strategies work sometimes, once in a while. The conditions have to be right for the particular strategy to work. So here's what you have to do. You have to be able to see the conditions at the table and then have a couple strategies in your head and then play those strategies. It all depends on the conditions at the table. No strategy is perfect. No strategy wins all the time. But the table, listen to the table. The table's talking to you. It's telling you what's happening in real time. Not mathematical equations like the 7's supposed to come out 6 times on 36 rolls. Well, sometimes that 7 comes out 10 times in 12 rolls. So just listen to what the table is telling you. Ready to roll? Yes, now you are finally ready to roll. Whether you are here to learn for fun or preparing for your first casino trip, this series will guide you through every step. So grab your dice, bring your curiosity, and let us start this exciting journey together. We are here to encourage and support you as you learn, play, and grow your skills. Do not forget to watch each episode, leave a comment, or ask a question, and most importantly, have fun. One more shot. Thanks again for tuning into my channel. Hopefully you'll subscribe and you'll like or dislike the video. If you put a dislike or a like, a comment, it would very well be appreciated. Okay, thanks for tuning in. One more shot here again. This is a visual display of how the 36 combinations of the dice can come out when you're shooting. You can see there's only one way to make a 2. There's 2 ways to make a 3. There's 3 ways to make a 4. There's 4 ways to make a 5. There's 5 ways to make a 6. There's 6 ways to make a 7. There's 5 ways to make an 8. There's 4 ways to make a 9. There's 3 ways to make a 10. There's 2 ways to make an 11 and 1 way to make a 12. As you can see, the biggest combination of numbers that can come out are the 7s. There's 6 ways to make a 7. So just to go a little bit further into this, 7s can be 4-3 or a 3-4. It could be a 5-2 or a 2-5. It can be a 6-1 or a 1-6. Because don't forget they're 2 separate dies. So 36 combinations, 6 ways to make a 7. Now these numbers run in pairs. The aces and the 12s can only come out one way. As far as the 3s can come out twice, and so can't the O's. We're up to the 4s. The 4s and 10s come out the same amount of times, 3. The 5 and 9s come out the same amount of times, 4. The 6 and 8 can come out 5 times each. 7, of course, can come out 6. So let's say you're betting the 6 and 8. You have 10 different combinations that can come out in order to win that bet on the 6 or an 8. Okay, so if you're just betting, of course you're betting the 6, you get 5 ways to win. If you're betting the 6 and 8, that's why 6 and 8 is pretty popular. It gives you 10 ways to win, as opposed to betting the 4 and 10, which will give you 6 ways to win. Betting the 5 and 9 will give you 8 ways to win. 4 for the 5, 4 for the 9. So the numbers run in pairs. 4 and 10s run the same amount of odds. 5 and 9 are the same amount, and 6 and 8 are the same amount. So they're all running in pairs. Sister numbers, maybe they call them. I've heard that term used before. So the sister number for the 4 is the 10, the sister number for the 5 is the 9, and the sister number for the 6 is the 8. Usually when people bet, they'll bet the 6 and 8 together, or they'll bet the 4 and 10 together, or they'll bet the 5 and 9. But generally speaking, the 6 and 8 are the heaviest bet numbers, as in on a regular day, according to the math, the 6 and 8 should come out more than the 5 and 9. The 5 and 9 should come out more than the 4 and 10. But every time you play craps, it's different. Even if you're playing on the same table with the same dice, it doesn't matter. It's different, and you have to listen to what the table is telling you. Some days I'll play for 2 hours, and there'll be 2 6s thrown and no 8s, and nothing but 4s and 10s, or 4 and 5s, or 9 and 10s. But mathematically, that's not correct. But you got to play according to the table conditions when you're standing at the table. Don't let all this math get into your head. It's just using common sense. I like the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. If you're at a table and nothing but 4s and 10s are coming out, or if a shooter is shooting and he's rolling 4s and 10s, I'm not going to bet the 6 and 8. I'm betting the 4 and 10 because the table's telling me this guy's throwing 4s and 10s. That's an example. Could be any number. He could be throwing all field numbers. I don't like to bet the field personally, but it's a one-roll bet. I'm not really keen on those one-roll bets. But if the guy's throwing nothing but field numbers, I'm betting the field. If he's throwing hard ways, I'm betting the hard way. I do like the hard way bet because it stays up until the soft number comes out. So it stays up a little bit longer than a one-way bet. You get a little bit more of a chance winning. And I tend to toss hard ways when I'm using the hard way set. If the guy's not throwing hard ways, or if the table hasn't seen a hard way in an hour, I'm not betting hard ways. I'm not betting. I'm only betting what the table tells me to bet. So that's real good, common sense, keep it simple, stupid strategy. Look at the table and see what it's telling you.
Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe, and check out my channel. I have over 500 videos.